President Biden, when we saw him at the State of the Union, once again, the bar seemed by the media, by Republicans, set so low. Can he go out there and deliver a speech? And by those standards, he achieved that. He went out there. He seemed to have high energy. He was around shaking everyone's hand at the end. Do you think, what does a win look like for him tonight?
For Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
Biden. For Joe Biden, we saw the State of the Union address, and the same questions are being asked about whether or not, over 60 to 75 minutes, the president could hold forth. I think he did a very good job there in terms of looking, energetic, looking, kind of dialed in. So if he does the same thing tonight, I think that's a score for the president, which is kind of silly when you think about it, that we would give him a partial win just on the fact he could get through 90 minutes. I mean, forget his policies, forget what he's doing or not doing to advance the ball in the interests of every American and of the world. We're thinking, can he stand for 90 minutes? That's kind of where we are.
And what does a win for Donald Trump look like? Because as we've talked about, I mean, he can go two avenues. He can go the Donald Trump route of the nicknames and the comments and the potential nastiness that people think is beneath the dignity of the office. He could take the more professional route. What's a win look like for him?
Donald Trump's going to be Donald Trump. So what we've seen is what we're going to get to some degree. The question is, what message is he delivering tonight, Brittany? And the message he should deliver is the one we talked about 15 minutes ago. Are you better off? And he's got so much material to play with. And I feel the president has very little in comparison to come back with. If he does that, I think he scores the win, both substantively and in the debate. And I think ultimately elections are all about the future. They're never really about the past. It's who can take me forward, who can lead us forward in a way that I can support. And in that regard, the challenger, when you look at 2 out of 3 Americans down the mouth about just about everything, the challenger absolutely has the edge and the advantage. To score the win tonight for Donald Trump is to remember that.
This debate is unusually early. We're in June, election days in November. Donald Trump right now is up by a hair in national polls, but really it's anyone's game here. So how much will this matter come November, and how much stock are voters putting into this? Will this move the needle?
Well, it seems early, but as one of my partners, ballot partners pointed out, the ballots are going out right past Labor Day. So we're not that far from the actual vote starting to happen in America. With that said, think about it. After this debate, you have the sentencing in New York, you have the sentencing in Delaware, you have the Republican convention, you have the Democratic convention, you've got all sorts of other non-political events. Believe it or not, there are things happening in the world that aren't political. All those are going to happen before we even get to Labor Day. So will this matter? I think it's important in terms of maybe setting the bar where this race could go. Will it ultimately determine winners and losers in the fall? I don't think so. I think we know these two contenders very, very well. I think a lot of the impressions are already baked in. We're looking for reinforcement, especially among the soft leaners, one way or the other. A reinforcement is something we're already feeling. In that way, maybe the debate is important, but I don't think with everything to come afterwards, it's going to be remembered as the transformational moment for mankind.